So from the Library Online social work page, I've clicked on the tab for evidence-based practice because I want to find reports and research from a wide variety of sources. So I'm looking for government reports, or I'm looking for reports from charities or other types of organisation, as well as scholarly articles which are published in academic journals. The first place I'm going to look at is Social Care Online. And this is the UK's largest online database of information on all aspects of social work and social care. It includes a lot of freely available reports and also abstracts of scholarly journal articles, some of which are available free online and some of which are behind what we call a paywall. This means that when you click on one of those results, you might see something saying that you have to pay. Some of these are available on our Discover service. So our Discover service has all the material that we pay for, or some of the material that we pay for, such as some journal articles. So Social Care Online you can use to access free information. If you find some articles there that aren't available for free on Social Care Online, you can jump over to Discover and see if they are available, see if the library has paid for them. So I'm first going to look at Social Care Online. And you can find this by clicking on the link. You can also find it by Googling Social Care Online and you will see it there because it is freely available. And you can see it's a very simple search. As we know that all the information on here is going to be about social care, we can do a fairly simple search. So I'm just going to search for domestic violence. I want everything that's been published that's in this database on the topic of domestic violence. And I can see some suggested searches have come up, but I'm going to stick to domestic violence. I'll put it in quote marks so that the search only looks for those two words next to each other. So it looks for them as a phrase rather than as separate words. And I'll click on search. And I have 4,000 results, which is a lot, but there are ways that you can narrow it down to make your results more relevant to what you need. So the first thing you might want to do is look for journal articles or reports that were published within a certain date, maybe the last 3 years. So one thing you can do is you can sort the result by publication year, and the most recent articles or reports will come to the top. So we can see that the top result is a report from the J report, the Independent Inquiry into Child Sexual Abuse. And then next there's a report from Northern Ireland, also 2022. And the next one is a journal article, because you can see it says a journal article citation, and it's got the journal title and the various other information that you need in your reference report, and also the pages. If you go down again, we can see another journal article, various other journal articles. So some of them are reports and some of them are journal articles. This one's a report from the London School of Economics. So there's a variety of information on there. And as you can see, we've ordered it by date, so we're only going to get the most recent coming to the top. We can narrow down in other ways as well. So, as I've said, it's got lots of free information, and you can restrict the results just to free information. So if you click on this, you'll get 1,000 results rather than 4,000, and they are all freely accessible through Social Care Online, and they're available on the internet. But we do know that some journal articles may be available in Discover. So it's worth not checking on the free restriction, free filter now, maybe leaving it to see what comes up and then seeing if anything comes up that's not available on Social Care Online, just to check and see if it's available on Discover. So I'm not going to click that for now. I could just look at years individually, so I could just look at 2022 or 2021, but I've listed it by publication year, and I think that's working fine for me at the moment. Content types, this means the type of information that's been published. So you can see there's a few examples here, but if we click on more, we can see all the different types of information that are available on our topic of domestic violence. So most of them are research. Most of them are where researchers have gone out, spoken to people or observed situations and then written up their report with their findings and their conclusions. But there are some other types of information. So a research review is a review of research. It's not the original research, but it's a review or a summary of research. Some are government publications. You can see there are consultation documents, statutory guidance, so guidance on the law and legal issues, briefings, which are short pieces of information about a current issue for you to read quickly and understand what's going on. So lots of different types of information. A circular is like a newsletter, etc. So I want to restrict my results just to research for the purpose of this assignment that I've got. So we've just got research results. We can also restrict by subject terms, so this will help us narrow them down further. I don't tend to use these. I tend to look at my results from what keywords I put in, but they are a way of restricting. So you could just restrict your results to articles where the research focuses just on women, so not on men or children. And then you can restrict to location. Now you might want to do this, but just be careful because you can see that United Kingdom is one category, but England is a separate category. And you'd probably want United Kingdom and England, so you'd need to search twice if you clicked on those options. You can see there are some results from other countries, not a huge amount, and I think you'll probably see them in the article title. So you can see here that this one is about Spain. You can see that quite clearly. I think I'll work that out when I look at the titles. But if you do just want articles from, say, Wales, then it's a useful filter to have there. So I'll scroll back up to the top. So remember, I've chosen just research and I've ordered by date, and I'm not just including the free materials, I'm including a lot of other materials as well. And then I'll just have a look at the information that's there to decide on if the article is relevant to me. So you can see the title, you can see the date of publication, and then you can see a description. And it's advisable to click on more information so you find out a little bit more about the research. So for example, this research here, I can see my keywords. And then if I read a little bit further on, I can see that it was something called a therapeutic group intervention delivered to a group of 15 adoptive parents. So if that's the type of research I want to look for, that might be useful to me. I can see the results and something of the conclusion that the researchers drew from the research, so what they found and what they believed is happening. I can see that this is available just by clicking on the link. That's a web link I can click on and go straight to the article. So if I go down, I can see another one. Mental health professionals' experience of intimate partner violence, which is another way of describing domestic violence. And again, I'll click on more information. And I can see again, I can link straight through. So these so far are free. But this one says I need to register to log in to view this article. This is very straightforward. I'm just going to click on the link. Let's look at the title. You have to remember the title because it takes you to the login screen and then you have to find the article again. So it's Contextual Influences of Police. So I'm going to log in to see the article. I've already registered, so I can put my email address and my password in here, but if you haven't registered before, you can sign up and you can register straight away. It's very quick. You can use your college email address, or you can use a personal email address as well. So I'm going to log in. So the page reverts back to the search, the initial search. So I need to go back again and go by publication year and research, and then find my article. So contextual influences of police again. I'm going to click on more information. And this time I can access a free article. And here we are. So again, more information. You can read the abstract, which is a description of the research and a description of the findings and see if it's relevant, and then you can read the article. So it's probably best if you go on to Social Care Online and you register and you log in first before you do your searches, and then you don't have to then rerun your search again. Obviously we can narrow down the search as well by adding more terms. So if I added something like COVID, you can see it goes down to 81 results, but remember again, order by publication year, order by research, and we're down to 42. Remember to click on more information. Check who's written the report, check if it's relevant, see what sort of research it was. So this was some sort of review, evaluation. Maybe we need to find a bit more information about what sort of research it was by clicking on Access Free Resource. So I think Social Care Online is a good place to start when doing your research. You could do a number of searches for different topics and find the ones that are relevant to you. And then you can jump over to Discover to find any relevant articles that are published in scholarly journals that we have to pay for. So you've got those two different types of resources. You've got the freely available resources, and then we'll jump over to Discover to find resources that aren't free.